When you hear Stratford upon Avon, you expect colours and textures. But older than this, something Shakesperean. And they do run a Shakesperean theatre festival of national, if maybe not international fame, but very sensibly in the summer. Because this is what happens in winter. So, what can you do in Stratford upon Avon, Ontario, when it's on ice? Well, Shakesperean, not Shakesperean, you will certainly find something here. Plenty of theatres, which is commendable and should be nice and cozy, but you can go to a theatre pretty much anywhere in the world. There is, however, only one place where you can go to the smallest purpose-built cinema ever. They have a certificate, and that is here, right here, the Little Prince. It is quite little.
Have a seat.
Yeah. Like birthday parties and private events.
This is yeah, it's fun.
We have 12 seats. We have over 30,000 movies you can choose from.
So go to their website, buy a ticket for a scheduled show, or book your own event. Have the bottomless popcorn, or the candy floss if you feel you must. Take some time to admire their, I don't know what to call it, folk art collection. You'll only see this here, nowhere else. Of course, when it's -8, real film -17 and sun blasting ice in your face, the obvious answer is purrs. Purrs and purrs. The Alley Cat Cafe. And, it's not like we've driven an hour and a half each way just for this, although other people did from further away. But it is, hands down, the best cat cafe we found so far in Canada, and we've been to a few. It deserves its own video, and it shall have one, because they have, well, some total of cats. Lazy cats. Playful cats. Cuddly cats. And even scaredy cats. Cat lovers, unite and don't miss out! In the unlikely event that you are not a crazy cat lady, or in the likely event that you would now like something nice to eat and drink, well, you've come to the right place in Stratford. Excellent selection of restaurants and, bars, beer halls. Yeah, beer halls. That will go with the city, settled equally by the Irish and the Germans. But if you're looking for something unusual, try Revival House. You might say it's too much of a delicious sacrilege, but given how much of the architectural heritage here disappears replaced by some slapdash terrace housing, I'd rather this than the wrecking ball, frankly. Everything beautifully preserved. They must have stuck the pews in some dark corner. So go, definitely go, have a meal, help them keep it alive. The food's not half bad either. Best tomato soup we've had maybe ever. So good I didn't think to film it. Daintily served too. Yeah, and that really That was really ladylike. We can also recommend Ben Place, a family diner with very nice food. Who pays now? And Mercer, an excellent choice. Definitely not saying this just because we stayed over in Mercer and I'm too much of a wuss to walk any distance on a cold night. The local beer, I'm being told, almost tastes like beer. Wow, that's the first one in almost 4 years. Just pretty early, cause come 9:30 on a Friday night, well... In the morning, if you can't get into this place, which seems where everybody's going for breakfast in Stratford, this diner here is a good choice too. I didn't say the healthy choice, I said a good choice. And when the sun comes out, or even if it doesn't, because you'll be missing out big time, do venture out. It's beautiful. It's not very old, having only really sprung up in the 1850s as a railway city. That's all gone by now. But there are just so many beautiful buildings. Several conveniently labelled. I love those labels. We've seen some in London, Ontario, I think. That'd be London upon Thames, Ontario. To go with Stratford upon Avon. This, I'm sure, is the next Gremlin Towers. Or maybe this. Anyways, you can just wander around or pick up a leaflet with a self-guided tour from the tourist office. They have several, and you can even buy a ticket for a chocolate tasting tour. Or beer and ale pie tasting tour, if the circumstances warrant the savory option. We were pacing ourselves for all these restaurants, and also we used to be lawyers, so we chose the Saints and Sinners tour, which revolves around the local judiciary system. And also, it is quite short if it's very cold. So, a few high points. This is the Courthouse, an 1887 replacement for an earlier building. Best terracotta decoration in Ontario, it says. Well, I haven't seen enough of Ontario to tell, but not bad. Definitely not bad. The old registry office next door, built in 1910 to match the courthouse and empty since 2014, is even prettier. The city council appears to have unanimously decided in December 2021 to have it demolished. Demolish this beauty? Are they completely crazy? And to do what? Maybe build something like this on the side. Where it's fail me. Seriously, they do. I do hope somebody will come along and save it. Deep breaths. Okay. Further down the road, the third of the trio, and perhaps the most interesting, Stratford Jail. From the street, it looks nothing like a jail, which was generally the idea because the wealthy residents of this district didn't want a jail in the middle of their beautiful houses. So you have to go around to the back to see the wall, the camera, the barbed wire, the bars in the windows. Yeah, looks like a jail from this side. On an unrelated note, just across the road is the library, funded by the Carnegie Foundation, but not labelled as such, because it was dirty money made on worker exploitation. So, you know, it's okay to take it, just let's not tell anyone, right? On an even more unrelated note, on a cold winter's day, you can stand here and listen to the wind playing the ice-coated trees. Magic. And just round the back, if you're still yearning for something Shakespearean, are the Shakesperean gardens. They're not very old, only set up in 1922 on the site of a woolen mill that burned down 3 times, and at that point they decided not to try and rebuild it anymore. The general idea was to only plant things mentioned in Shakespeare's plays, but that soon got out of hand. Nevertheless, some labels remain. You have a romantic island on the river Avon. This surely looks like a turbine channel of some description. There is a dovecote, only it's not a dovecote, it's a blue Martin's birdhouse, and before then, that was the chimney, the last standing bit of the woolen mill. Must be really nice in the summer. Next to it is a piece of real history, the oldest stone bridge still used as a road bridge in Ontario. I read somewhere it was originally to have 3 arches, but river wasn't up to it, sort of, so it's only 2. This is the way west to Lake Huron, but we shall turn east. Time to go. Will we be back? Betcha. Oh, come on, the cat cafe alone was worth it. Gremlin on the road.
So there's 86,200 seconds in a day.
No, this isn't Freddy 2 days.
Minus 1 million.
Do something.